Should we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Today is December 27, 2022. It is 12:42 a.m. Alright, so I have some tweets to share with you. This video I put out, it's part of a longer version of the video, and YouTube was giving me a hard time to really approve it, and I think it had to do with the background music and Harry and Meghan's Netflix video. So it was hard for me to really capture the essence of what I was trying to share with you, but I try my best, and it eventually got approved. So I took this part out and share it with you. Yeah, I don't like the way it came out, but I don't know. I hope some people did like it. Well, at least 2.5 thousand people like it. I have some tweets to share with you, so let's go on Twitter. Alright, so this video, I sort of started listening to it when I saw it. That was, I don't know, I think yesterday when I finished edit the last video that I did, I started listening to it, and then when I realized it's a good thing, I stopped halfway. I don't remember where I stopped, but I stopped halfway and I put it on the list. Alright, so let's get started.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's.
I want to read the caption first. All right. This man said it all. It's irresponsible and reprehensible that Jerry Clarkson, I think it's Jerry Clarkson said the silence from Charles, Camilla, William, and Kate, it speaks volumes because they okayed the garbage because that's what's in their hearts as well. You know what? That is true. And also, there's some tweets that I come across. I didn't put it on the list, but they were too vile. But let's hear what this person has to say.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's amplify that a little bit more.
Please do.
I heard that guy call and say what he said. I've got a daughter. She wants to be.
I would love to hear what the previous caller had said. But okay, let's listen. Oh, this is a warning. If you want to listen to the entire audio without me interrupt in between, search for it on YouTube, okay? Or wherever it might be on the internet, okay? Because for the purpose of my video, I must interrupt it. That way, when YouTube claim whatever copyright, I could say I was commenting it on it, okay? Or criticize it or some sort. All right, let's listen.
A commercial lawyer. Very smart. She's starting to go out now by herself and so on. When I heard those words, I picture my daughter on a night out, which she's entitled to, with a drunkard who has heard those words of incitement that Jeremy Clarkson said,
yep,
and has that in his subconscious, and it's literally playing out the words. You see, words are very powerful, especially when they come from somebody of authority or so-called authority. Now, we saw what happened in the United States where people went to the Capitol because somebody said so.
Correct.
And they've ruined.
Bango. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Majority of people who understand this type of nonsense from that article is just in terms of perspective. If it was you, would you like that? And people's mind, there's crazies out there who's literally, you never know what they might do. This guy gets it.
In their lives.
Yep.
When people are at the height and listening to people that they deem are idols, they do the craziest things ever. It's highly irresponsible that Jeremy Clarkson should do this. He's made his money through the BBC, which is taxpayers' money,
Correct.
which is black, white, Muslim, Christians, whatever, and he's having this view printed in papers, right, where incitement. I'll tell you one more thing here, Sanjita.
Yeah.
Anytime you have an economic downfall, whether it's in your house or it's in the business or it's in society, people start pointing fingers. And right now, both the UK and the USA are at a heightened alert for people blaming other people that A, don't look like them, don't worship like them, don't do the same thing like them, don't sound like them. Because why? They are frustrated with the cost of living crisis, everything. So they're looking for somebody to blame. And that's when you get the highest level of atrocities that words like that can incite. It's irresponsible that ITV has kept this man on to work.
Wow. This is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant caller. Let's see some of the comment. He nails it. Okay, well said. This man have more sense than the father and brother of Harry. Not a word from them condemning Jeremy Clarkson and citing violence against all women. I am so disheartened that our daughters will not be safe if words coming from Clarkson seemingly acceptable by those in high office. That's the thing. That's the thing. People need to put these things in perspective. What if it is you? Your daughters, your mothers, and all of that. And then all these people at those highest office don't say a damn thing. This man is correct. Someone has the platform like Jeremy Clarkson. He uses his privilege to incite violence, dehumanizing Meghan, somehow be allowed from the press without consequences. It's time UK at IPSO UK and Ofcom need take action and hold them accountable. This man stated facts. That's exactly. I hope people continue to complain. Jeremy Clarkson, disgusting. Okay. And the other thing too, because I think it was either the day prior, couple days before, I don't remember the exact time frame, but I know it was before. He had a meeting with, what's this woman, the Saiho.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
What's this woman, the Saiho?
The campaign was, in that point, was being successful. But it did surprise the people who were causing the grief. It did surprise them when I took myself out of the game. They hadn't expected that.
Charles' wife, okay? The Saiho. This is a plan. We're gonna see more of this going on as we get closer to the coronation.
The campaign was, in that point, was being successful.
And I'm gonna try my best to not share some of those vile things, but at least try my best to highlight more of the positive thing that Harry and Meghan are doing. Like, for instance, we have, I think there's gonna be another documentary from Netflix coming. I will try to highlight this a little bit more. I think it's December 31st, not too long from now. And then we have The Spare coming. We need to highlight this. We're gonna be hearing more of these.
The campaign was, in that point, was being successful.
Negativity from those vile mindset people in the UK as we get closer to the coronation, to distract people from the nonsense. Because what is it, I came across some tweets where there's absolutely no limit in terms of spending for the coronation for Charles as we get closer to it, but they're trying to distract people from that. Okay, can somebody fill me in? I have no idea what this is in reference to. Alright, so this is someone who probably don't pay attention. Let me read this one, and then I'm gonna go into that one, and then I'll go to the next tweet. Okay, that's how you do it. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so they put this Clarkson article in part, as vile it was, the royal family has said nothing. Some say they fear speaking out as they be invited the unleashing of all kinds of crap the publication has on them. All this has confirmed what Meghan and Harry said in documentary Google Jeremy Clarkson. Alright, so that's that. You mean the entire debacle? Jeremy Clarkson had an opinion piece published in The Sun. He wrote he dreamed of Meghan Markle being paraded around naked, having feces thrown at her, and I believe without shots of shame, backlash, so he and The Sun issue lame apologies, neither mentioning Meghan Markle. Alright, so that's that. So she put the screenshot of it, or he. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, next one. There's that. Can we talk about how hot Harry looks? Proud papa and husband, California. Harry is the best he's ever looked. The Meghan effect has blessed him. So sexy. Alright, let's look some. Just looking at them. Just husband and wife chilling. And by the way, Harry has gotten buff. I don't know if some of you realize that. He got really, you know, he working out. Very muscle-like Prince. Again, it's just so cute seeing husband and wife just chilling. There's that. Look at his smile. That's his wife. And it was so sad when you listen to the Netflix documentary, how he was explaining, you know, how every woman he got, you know, people or just certain people he's interested in just move away from him because the tabloid were more than happy to push those people away from him. All right, let's see here. Girlfriend got the only good man in that entire family and took him to sunny California. No wonder they hate her. Okay, LOL. Yep. Okay. Yes, there's Harry again. Oh, he looked really good here. In this suit. Right here. And all of them, but this one, the way he's standing up, really looks good. Like he's James Bond. Okay, there's that. Okay, random, but Meghan looks kind of off like Emma Watson in the beanie picture. Okay, it's true. Also, she couldn't take a bad pic if she tried. That is true. Okay, Harry had a glow up. Okay, there's that. Okay, let's move on. There's more comment. You could see. Pause the screen and read them. Let's go to the next one. All right, there's that. For households across Canada gathering in front of the television on Christmas Day to watch Queen Elizabeth II's annual speech is a long-standing tradition. This Sunday, King Charles... Why did I put this? King Charles III will continue it forward. Okay, I had some tweet, but that's probably gonna be... Maybe I should... Okay, so if I do another video, there are some tweets that I have regarding in terms of numbers. Okay, this Sunday, King Charles III will continue it forward. Alright, so that's that. Okay, not clicking on that shit. So this is the article that they put. I'm not clicking on it. If you want to look for it online. I don't want to share the link. Okay, word, I live in Canada for 66 years and never once watched this. In fact, the whole idea of the monarchy is repulsive to me. Okay, yeah, it's news to a surprising number of Canadians considering the Toronto Star considers this to be a big tradition. You have to understand as well. Maybe they have to write that because they are part of the Commonwealth. They have to write it, but I don't know if, in terms of tradition, I guess it would be truthful, but do they put any numbers? Okay. I don't know. They didn't put any specific numbers to say how many people is gonna watch it, but it is what it is. All right, that's this. Okay, that never happened, did it, Homer? Okay, I've never watched the Queen's Christmas speech, and I'm going to continue by not watching the King's Christmas speech. Okay, there's this. Is this true? Okay, big time Queen fan over here. All right, so that's that. Okay, he did a beautiful job. I was watching to see how he do, as Charles can often come across as pompous. I believe each and every word was carefully considered. He was sincere, and the message was one of gratitude for helpers, inclusion of all faith, and hope for the future. I mean, his coronation is coming up. He has no choice but to say this thing. Inclusion, but What about within his family? Look what I just read a few minutes ago, where Jeremy Clarkson wrote something about his daughter-in-law. He never step up to say a damn thing. So he has no choice but to say whatever he said in the, how do you call this, in the speech. And also we have to keep in mind those, I think for some reason, he is, you know what, let me just leave it alone. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so next one. Alright, there's this. The Brits are an interesting lot. I think they deserve the hardship at this point. Okay, let's see. Royal family. That's from the Telegraph. The king rejects cut price. Oh, that's the thing I was talking earlier. The king rejects cut price coronation in favor of glorious pomp and pageantry. Monarch wants to use ceremony to showcase UK public internationally despite being deeply conscious of the cost of living crisis. This is somebody who's completely out of touch. Completely out of touch. That's what I was talking about. They want to do something big despite the fact that there's people still going through some stuff. Okay, there's another, is it a link? Yeah, that's a link. LBC, King Charles has been speaking of a time of hardship but also hope. And his first Christmas message, they tag somebody as, is the king more in touch with the mood of the country than the government? Wow. They're telling everybody to tighten their belt, but there's this guy spending like there's no other. Well, it hasn't happened yet. We shall see. Okay, let them eat cake, King Charles. Sadly, the half that disagree won't get any say. Alright, I won't be watching the coronation. I agree, there's that. With royals like that, it's my only hope that their evil reign is ended as quickly as possible. Alright. Let me move on. So if the UK accept all of this, hey, that's their tax money. There's nothing I can say because it's not my money. This one I came across, someone answered, there's Jeremy Clarkson here and there's Piers Morgan. Okay, who has done this? Let's look at the picture. This is it. Wow. Okay, OMG, there's me laughing my ass off. I love the squad. There's the laugh. Perfect optics since they live for optics. A photoshopping expert, now that is wicked. Okay, fantastic. There's the laugh. People are just laughing. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Alright, looks like I might combine the other tweets with these because I'm almost done with the first one. With the first group of tweets. Okay, gee whiz, whatever happened to Cressida? Oh, Kate happened. Your favorite royal is a toxic mess who sends other women running away. Probably why she has zero friends. Let that sink in. Well, she's in that situation that she's in now where, I don't know, they could, the other royals, the men, especially was the Queen Consort, the side hoe.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
The Queen Consort, the side hoe, will run all over her because there's no one to back up Kate, you know? So she got what she deserved. And at the same time, the universe react, okay, in Harry's favorite. Each time Harry tried to meet someone new, try to continue a relationship, the universe react in Harry's favorite. Look who he ended up with. All right.
England in 1837 had enjoyed more than 200 years of prosperity and global power. That success had been fueled by the slave trade, but within 12 months, slavery would be abolished. A new monarch, Victoria, was crowned. This should have marked the end of the story of slavery. In fact, the Victorians replaced shackles of iron with the poison of racial prejudice.
Came to find out, it's called Slavery Abolition Act in 1833. You could look that up.
We have developed a kind of amnesia about history. It's an amnesia which you can understand. It's an amnesia that comes from a sense of guilt, a desire not to remember the past, because to remember the past is to remember a troubled and anxious and sometimes barbaric set of realities.
Look who he ended up with.
This woman existed. All the alarm bells rang at Buckingham Palace, and I could almost hear them saying, "Pull the shutters down. It's an invasion."
She's mixed race, she's American, she's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks no member of the royal family, the senior members, ever thought they would see having to be ticked.
The universe react, okay, and Harry's favorite. Each time Harry tried to meet someone new, try to continue a relationship, the universe react and Harry's favorite. Look who he ended up with.
When it came to Harry's bride.
Look who he ended up with.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep.
And promoting their self-worth. How do you hope to continue that work with the Royal Foundation?
Yes, I mean, I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep.
Once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep.
I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, they need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep.
And I think right now in the climate that we're seeing with so many campaigns, I mean, with Me Too and Time's Up, there is no better time than to really continue to shine a light on women feeling empowered and people really helping to support them, men included in that. I mean,
all the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep. I can hear Diana laughing now.
Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
Racism as such, as a philosophy, kicked in was as a direct reaction to the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement driven by some of the leading intellectuals of the day, as well as driven by hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in this kingdom who signed petitions after petitions and presented them to the House of Lords. When the abolition movement really kicked in from the 1780s onwards, the planters had to respond. And so this is where you get the most virulent imagery about brutal, pagan, bestial.
But the media is a powerful force.
Black people in the literature and in the imagery.
Cartoons portraying black people as licentious and depraved began to circulate.
But the media is a powerful force.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
"The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy."
Universe react and Harry's favorite. Look who he ended up with. Someone with moral and self-respect, and has done many of those stuff where they really have nothing to really complain in terms of her past about. They have to make up stuff.
I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need to know.
And they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
They really have nothing to really complain in terms of her past about. They have to make up stuff.
know we can rely on you for being a great guy. So what an incredible friend you were to Meghan Markle is. Have you guys hung out at all since then?
No, we haven't spoken. She just wrote me a very nice thank you letter, and I framed it, and that was very nice of her to do. She just appreciated that I was honest, but it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone's like, it's such a big deal. I just did the right thing. Right. You know, it's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo, but it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. He told the truth. I think we should all be a little more honest.
Well, thank you for doing the right thing.
Alright, so this is how some people's eyes are open, because Meghan have never done anything in the sense where she should be dehumanized the way that these people are going out their way to write nonsense about Meghan. So and I don't think, in my humble opinion, those other exes will be able to handle it, what Meghan is going through. Alright? And this is why. I've said this so many times. Some squad, you know, they didn't bash me for it. They reject the idea that Harry quickly married Meghan because he did not want Meghan to run away. And then he quickly put those babies in place and said, "You stuck with me." This is exactly what I thought. I've been saying this. And then when you look at the Netflix documentary, he talked about that, where many of these girlfriends running away from him. Alright, the tabloid chased them away. And then I don't blame those exes. Not everybody could sustain this kind of harassment. But look who Harry ended up with, a biracial woman, something that they did not want the monarch to have. So it's their own fault that Harry ended up with Meghan, because the universe reacted based on what they did to him and put a perfect woman. There's no perfect human being, but I could say the way from the time Meghan have met Harry, she did the right thing. And then everything she projected for herself, okay, look at it in the documentary. She went back to her old school, and then what she wrote in her in the yearbook for, I think that was the principal, okay, and she fulfilled it. So you could say Meghan is one of the perfect human being, whether or not you agree with it, but based on the steps she has taken, leading her up to now, she did the right thing. All right, I know I'm gonna get some pushback on that, but you could say she did the right thing for herself. And then this is what really adores that captivated Harry. All right, let's see here. Harry's ex, Cressida Bonus, ended romance after being spooked by Kate Middleton, author claims. That in the tabloid. Prince Harry's ex-girlfriend, aspiring actress Cressida Bonus, ended the romance with him after she was spooked by his sister-in-law, Kate Middleton, an expert claim. Alright, this photo breaks my heart. Oh, I read this nonsense. You could read it. Alright, so you want a grown man to still stay at his father's house. Alright. I love this. Okay, as usual, those articles about Meghan not having any friend were projection. Imagine how insufferable she's become since snatching the Prince of Wales title 5 minutes after Betty kicked the bucket. Oh my god, we saw how she treated Meghan in front of the cameras during the funeral. All of the women over there. Well, I will not say all. Well, the group. I'll put the screenshot of what I'm talking about. Alright, so karma will come. There's what is it? What's her name? Eugenie. She's definitely Harry's good cousin. Alright, let's see here. God, she is absolutely worse. Kate wanted Harry as her shadow husband. Maybe that's what they were looking for, where the husband would do whatever, and then they have Harry, you know, they tie Harry over there, cannot have his own, but to keep this one happy, you know. But oh god. But anyway, Kate Cruella, the KK Kate. Alright, KK Kate allowed her staff to smear Meghan when she was pregnant, but apparently that's not enough. Look like the unhinged woman wants to fight. Seek help, KK Kate quickly. Yep, Harry saying, yep, that's my wife right there. That's my wife. She wish that her husband could treat her like the way Harry's treating Meghan. She just wished, but that's not gonna happen, right? Because you already, how will I say, before she even entered the royal family, she already gave away her dignity. All right, Meghan looks petrified here, and Kate's face is quite threatening. Yeah, and also I talk. If you look at during the funeral, there's some videos that I did. I spoke about it. Meghan was terrified. When you look, knowing what we know now, the things that were going behind the scene, things that they were trying to make people do to her, these are the thoughts the royal family were thinking. Okay, because he had that meeting with that horse face, whatever you call, the Rottweiler that Princess Diana called. Okay, so they gave him the okay to write this nonsense. All right, let's see this here. Haha, so true. Let's see here. Okay, Prince Harry is said to be head over heels for English actress Gabriella Weld, but she's hesitant to start a relationship with the ginger Casanova because of Kate. Quote, Harry is a huge fan of Gabriella and she likes Harry a lot, but she is very wary of becoming another Kate Middleton's. Wow, that wasn't good, by the way. A source told the UK Sun. Quote, she is put off by the huge glare of the spotlight that surrounds everything Kate does. Okay, this isn't the first time Kate has chased away one of Harry's girlfriends. Kate and Harry's special relationship is said to be one of the main reasons why Harry's on and off again squeeze Chelsea Davy won't make an honest man out of him. She was frightened by Kate's perfect persona. She was frightened by Kate's perfect persona. She was frightened by Kate's perfect persona and didn't want to be constantly compared to the people's new princess. You got to feel a little for Harry, don't you? He sounded like a sad puppy dog when he told Katie Couric he wanted to. Okay, it stopped there. I would like to finish with it. Well, he said it in the documentary where after a couple, 2 or 3 girlfriends, and you know, he's like, wait a minute, do I really want this? He said it. Alright, so they pretty much chased Harry out. Okay, he wanted a life of his own. Okay, and then he said, okay, him and Meghan wanted to stay for at least the minimum 2 years to help the firm, okay, and then move on, but they rejected him. Okay, so he's like, okay, I'm gone. Okay, there is something about Kate that nobody wants to talk about. And just like that, Cressida was ex and Harry met the one who was not and is not intimidated by Mean Girl, Mumble cosplaying Karen. No need to call manager this time, trust. The way she put it, she wanted Harry for herself. I think so too. While the husband was doing whatever, then Harry could step in. Okay, I think she was more than spooked. So were the others. It took a brave woman to stand up to Kate Mean Girl's antics. Yep, KKK strike again. Let's see some of these. Okay, how William and Kate caused Harry's relationship breakdown with Chelsea Davy. Okay, why the Duchess of Cambridge will not want Prince Harry to marry Cressida. War a snub, awkward moment. Kate Middleton avoided shopping trip with Meghan Markle. Alright, Kate Middleton stopped Sophie Wessex's rejection from Duchess of Cambridge special project. Okay, Kate Middleton's secret feud with Beatrice and Eugenie. That is true. We could, from that video before, we could see how Eugenie was acting. Okay, push her out of the way. I thought she got to Chelsea also. People who call Meghan bad names owe her an apology. This is a huge package for God, big baggage for God, because Meghan did nothing wrong. She just loved the guy who wanted someone to love him for who he is, and he got it, and then they didn't like that. If they had left everybody else alone, let them live their lives, maybe things could have been different. But the universe reacted and give Harry a strong woman to deal with this pest. That's exactly what they are, a pest. These people are pests. Okay, people who call me, okay, I just read that. This is a PR shot because if the three were close, none of what has been done to Harry will have ever happened. Chef Chickism. KKK incestuously yearn after Harry like Potiphar's wife did to Joseph, Mary, the Bible. Alright, let's move on. I stayed too long on this one. Next one. Okay, geez whiz. Whatever. Okay, this is the one that I put it twice. Okay, let's go to the next one. I put it twice. Okay, so sick of royalists in my mention calling Harry a bastard and smearing Diana's reputation when he looks more like Charles than William. He has Charles' face with red hair enough. Yeah, Harry got, I always said that. He has Charles' nose. Alright, look at this bridge up here. That's Charles' nose completely. And the same smile as well. Yep, that's Charles. They took different shots. Let's see here. You're right. Prince Harry takes after Charles and Philip. Woman is from the Fermoy Spencer side. There's Prince Philip was a one good-looking man. He's young age. Even here too, as he getting older, is when he gets into the 90s. Things slightly change. Okay, so that's from the Princess Diana side. Yeah, this William is definitely got the features of Diana, but as he get older, that turned into a frown. All right, let me. Okay, what's this here? All right, let's see here. Little Harry. Ever since he was young, he knew he had to go to the military. The day Charles told Harry that Hewitt was no. I mean, I still believe that Charles only performed for the firm. Princess Diana was only for the firm, to produce for the firm. There's no feeling behind any of the kids from Charles. Okay, let me read this and then move on. Let me read what's at the bottom and then this, and then I move on. Lot of Prince Philip's and Harry too. The military bearing, the comfort with all kinds of people, the lack of stiffness in informal setting, the smile. All right, that's that. Let's go into this. Been known for almost as long, yet if I had a penny for every time I have been asked, even today, whether Hewitt is Harry's father, I'll be very rich. The fact is, Diana did not know Jim Hewitt until after Harry was born, and they didn't begin their affair until 1986, by which time Harry was nearly 2 years old. And for those who refuse to believe it, it may come as no surprise to know that the News of the World, the Sunday tabloid that closed down in the wake of the phone hacking scandal, had stands of Harry's hair DNA tested in February 2003. If Harry had been shown to be James Hewitt's son, you can be sure we have known. Yeah. All right, so let's go to the next tweet, and that's what I had for this video, but I think I'm gonna add the other one because I'm only 30 minutes. British royals do something. British media, I wonder what Harry and Meghan are thinking. Also British media, they must be so upset at missing out. Still British media, we don't care what they think anyway. British media still, here are 7 more royals, they are magnificent. Oh, that was from last year when all of them stood in front of whatever, one of those castles. Okay, it is tragic. Harry and Meghan spent 2017 and 2018 Christmas in the UK. The UK media needs to move on and leave them alone. So is that what they vote? Something within the... I remember this one, the Magnificent 7. I remember that one from last year. Harry and Meghan's, okay, I just read that. Okay, still British media, still. Y'all heard from Meghan and Harry yet? What must they be thinking? Doing, contemplating, doing when thinking, doing when contemplating, doing and when doing. Oh my God. Let me move on. I have more things to share. Okay, let me see this. Propagandist, institutional gaslighting on display by the UK media. Like I said, evil originated over there. So you see the kind of vibe that's coming out of this island. They like, how will I say that? Not morph into something different, but still their foundation is still the same. All right, so I'm moving on to the next list that I had, and once I get an hour, I'll stop. All right, let's see here. All these faces, jealous hags and drags, hate that Meghan, quote, has a voice and is not afraid to use it. All right, archetypes and Harry and Meghan's Netflix. All right, that's that. Oh, I saw this before. I tried to avoid it, but there it is here. Okay, that was the tweet, but there's no comment in here, but there's more tweet below. What the hell, political? There is literally no planet where Meghan Markle belongs with this group of people. A black woman standing up for herself does not equal narcissist. The unhinged hatred directed at her really does not prove her point, doesn't it? They put her with all these people. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So they sanctioned, they probably paid them to do this article. This is really, really sad. People need to stop it before it gets going. Maybe this is just a test to see if people will accept it. People need to complain. Let's see what some people say in this one. Okay, it looks like Joanna Weiss is using her platform to go after Meghan. This isn't her first time writing about Meghan. What in the name? I don't even want to read that. Okay, let's see here. Column in your future. Generous. Okay, you read my mind. Actually, I'm thinking a lot about Prince Harry. Oh, there it is. She already told her intention. My goodness. Let's see. One comment under it. Okay, as if he will even, the way these women can have the hearts for Harry and can stand his deep love for his wife is something. It drives them to shame themselves and such despicable manners. The other day I was thinking about this. You have all these women, right? When they look from the facade, they look at somebody else's life. All right, they wish that for themselves. Meanwhile, they probably have a man with them who probably do love them the way that Harry loved Meghan. Okay, maybe they're not, showing such affectionate the same way as, who knows, I don't know. All right, depend on what you see on somebody else. All right, they probably have the love at home, but they so focused on somebody else's life that they forgot what they're having. Meanwhile, they sort of, I would say, not reject, I would say neglect. The word is neglect, not reject. Neglect the person that they have in their home, which somewhat probably push that person away to say, okay, I'm showing this person the way I know how to love a woman, but yet she's neglecting me. So therefore, they move on to find somebody else. So many of these women have it, but they fail to see it within themselves. Okay? I don't know if I make sense on that. Many of these women, I don't think they will stand an ounce of what Meghan is going through. And this is why Harry and Meghan were so happy to get to know each other from the basic way, not through the tabloid. Right? Where they were able to do what they, just go watch the Netflix documentary to get to know each other from a basic level. Where you see there's Meghan who went on that a trip with Harry. I very barely know Meghan, and then to be able to go camping and not. I told you, some of you already know how my husband was trying to get me into going camping with the family for a very long time. It took COVID, okay? It took COVID to get me to go camping. All right, so there's Meghan here who, when it's time to be glamorous, she's glamorous. When it's time to be, whatever, she knows how to do that. Okay, look at her own son is saying, Archie, who told Meghan that his feet was dirty because of her. All right, so there's that relaxed persona in her. So I don't think many of these people could really be with Harry. And then when you look at Frogmore, the place that they stayed, okay, I don't think anyone would want to live there. They want that huge castle. They think the glamorous aspect of it. I don't think they could really deal with that. There's Meghan, who knows why she was with Harry from the beginning, because they both love each other. They didn't care where they stay, as long as they got each other. Oh, and then they did say it, like the fantastic team, they know they are during their engagement. So many of these women who's projecting, they want to be the one to be with Harry. Harry knows his life. He knows his background. And I did say some old videos, I think Harry was looking for someone when it's time to move on, okay, to pack up, let's go, okay, so those women don't become a drag, okay, want to stay because they want that glamorous aspect of it. But the tabloid will put a stop to them anyway. All right, let's go to the next tweet. But that political article, I didn't read it, but to put Meghan picture as part of these people, it's really sad. People should call them out. Okay, next tweet. The population in the UK is 68 million plus, and only 10.7 million people watched the King's speech. I guess the King is happy that he topped the late Queen's viewers of 8 million last year. I wouldn't get too smug if I was him. Most people only watch to see if he will mention Harry and Meghan. Alright, she's from the UK. Alright, chill. That is savage, and I love it. Well, there's that. Okay, trust me, the people who watch that speech watch out of curiosity. He will never see those numbers again. Okay, I totally agree. I was watching Netflix with family far from home. Okay, me too. I won't waste my time watching that dribble. I left that mess for the British media to let us know what Harry and Meghan was not mentioned. Okay, that's the only takeaway they got from it. Did he have a speech? Okay, good question. According to Twitter, he did. You do know that number and also include hospital, prison, care homes, and the likes? Oh, really? They have no choice but to watch it. Let's just be curious. It's the Christmas season. Okay, I didn't even know he was making a speech. There's the skull. The royal family are generally not worth the time nor energy, so I'm not surprised only 10 million tune in. Okay, nothing he said will alter who he is and what he represents. He has an image to maintain. Reality does not fit that image. People are waking up. All right, there's the laugh. All right, that's just a fact. All right, let's move to the next one. Let's see if I could squeeze everything in 1 hour. All right, so there's this here. Okay, who is good at counting? Because I need help to find 700 people this big. All right, Peter Gray estimate that about 700 people attended outside the church on Christmas morning. I don't know if it's the same group where they left Louis behind and he had to run. Okay, I'll look for that. Nah, maybe I'll just put a screenshot. Okay, they managed to get the 2 black ones and full view of the camera, so obvious. Which one? I just realized that. Maybe they're all workers. Look at their face. I don't think they're happy to be there. Maybe they forced them to go stand there. Even, okay, none of them really. Are they workers? Even her, that white lady right here. I don't know. People who be happy, there'll be a smile. Maybe she was meant to be there. She wanted to be there. But her, and even him in the background. I don't know. And everybody else is minding their business. They're not even looking. Well, maybe it's when they were probably not even passing by. Or maybe they were passing by, but their eyes are somewhat focusing on the same direction. But he didn't care. Look at her probably on her phone down here. She didn't care. I don't know. Are these people really meant to be there? When you look at this guy, for instance, I don't know. He could easily be the person who, who cleaned the lawn. The gardener, that's it. The gardener. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. I'm sorry if you're not one, okay? I'm just assuming, my humble opinion. Because most of these people don't seem like they really want to be there. Their heads are turning different direction. There's this lady far back, minding her own business. Him with the beard, minding his own business. Even this very blurry, minding his business. I don't know. I don't think these people were meant to be there. Look at her face. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. They managed to get that 2 black. Okay, I just read that. There have never been 700 people on the estate when Queen Elizabeth II was alive going to Christmas service. Okay, they use the Donald Trump crowd magnifier tool. I'm looking for 70. Okay, it was cool. So there was apparently shrinkage. There might be 50 people, might be. All right, but it's damn sure it's not 700 people. Okay, I bet they paid these black people to be there. I think they first, I don't know why I'm assuming that. Okay, I'm sorry if you're not, but I think they probably people who work in there. Okay, more interesting is the 3 non-white people in the front. Okay, don't worry about it. That's 700 more than 385 or whatever that figure was for Earthshot. Maximum 100 from all footage I've seen. You're supposed to double count. Okay, it was a typo. Peter Gray meant to say 70. 70 people. Can't wait, countdown has started. Okay, 30, 50 at most. Okay, haha, maybe 70. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Those comments are oh shoot. Okay, funny. Next one. Alright, so there's some group. Okay, this is some of those people. Alright, let's see here. So Prince Andrew waving to the elderly crowd during the Sandringham church walk, and the crowd to a man and or woman looking at him like, who is this? Too funny. Forgive and forget? Nah, not this crowd of pensioners. Wow, look at his face with disgust. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, these two men, yep, they look disgusting. I mean, why don't you just keep your head down and just walk? I don't know why they want adoration. Tight shot. Where's the zoom out so we can see all the 700 Brits they claim showed up? Clown, lol. There's that. Hey, I got the love. Okay. I mute this person. Who's that? Okay, hi Shell. Okay, pathetic. Really? Look at them monarchists. Love and adoration for pedophiles. Andrew. Nah, he doesn't. Nah, he looks very like, what the hell? Okay, there's that. I hope Andrew was placed in the cellar of the church so the younger girls do not feel uncomfortable around sex pedophile. Pathetic royal family, and abundantly clear on your moral values. You and woman. Okay, there's that. Next tweet. Wow, wow, wow. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, there's this here. They are out here trying to blame Harry and Meghan for no one showing up at Sandringham this year to gawk at the royals briefly walking down a path. There's the laugh. Okay, seriously, this is the UK press all day, every day. Meghan. Oh my effing god. Who's the perf this time? Okay, the BBC. Alright, source, because this article by the BBC said the opposite of what you're stating. Let's see here. Hundreds of people tuned up to catch a glimpse of the royal family on Sunday. Some had even camped out overnight. Oh my god, at the gates, sitting in camp chairs and wrapped in blankets, while others brought a bunch of flowers and gifts to hand to the royals. Oh god. Alright, so let's see here. Also the BBC. The squad are good. Sandringham Church at Christmas. Different vibe for royal watchers. The spectators who were at Sandringham on Christmas Day describe a pleasant but different vibe. Alright, even their youngest pple baby didn't help them. LOL. The whole pack couldn't cut it. It's going to be a hard wake-up call for the British royal family that Queen Elizabeth was beloved even by former colonies. Charles William still has a chance if there's anything left when his dad's reign is over. Alright, yes. I mean, when you look at it, the group that's still alive, the monarchists are pretty much old people. I had a video that says it, where she says something, what is it? Kate is a mute woman or whatever.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned mute woman.
But the group that they should be worrying about is the one that's growing up now, right? Because once the old people are gone, you see how they're trying to push the young generation away from the world based on things that they're saying about Meghan on the paper. if you think about it in that sense.
We were just waiting for her to come, and she came near me and asked my name and how my day was, how long I was waiting, and I asked her if I could have a hug, and she hugged me back. So that was just quite an amazing moment. I'm still shaking now. I can't really explain what the feeling was when she did it, but it was really nice.
Why did you feel like you wanted to hug her?
Because, I don't know, it just went through my mind, like everyone was kind of cheering me on to, and I guess I just felt like I needed to in a way. Like I just really wanted to at least hug her, because I look up to her in some ways, and it just felt like it was the right thing to do.
Yes, they pulled the crowd from a local nursing home with the care workers LOL desperate here. Really? What? Poor Nan, if those old ladies get sick, they won't be able to receive care because the NHS is crippled by the royal family's tourist friend. Oh my God, will they do that? How? Okay, the claim is that people over there love and adore them, right? So how are Harry and Meghan to blame for people not showing up? It's not like they thought that Harry and Meghan would be there doing the work with them. They made sure that the British media get that message out. So how? Okay, what? Mike Tendo, who appeared on the latest ITV series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, received the biggest cheer of the morning. Oh boy, jealous Prince William gonna gossip against him to the Daily Mail. Really? So Mike Tendo got the... Okay, so he's probably the next target. Oh my God. Okay, his Sarah Vine headlines Magnificent 7, but she had to mention Harry and Meghan's first. Fab 5, Magnificent 7, Kings of Heart. You could read this. Let me move on to the next one. So these people are crazy. Next one. Okay, one thing about Meghan haters, you recognize them by their teeth. Oh my God. Okay, I just said this. She has very British Aristo looking teeth. It's easy to see why she sees them as her brethren. All of their teeth are back flipping and their mouths like acrobats at the Olympics. Oh my God. She was like, I just said this. Oh my God. Exactly. It's always the pale and Stell who look like this hating on Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Oh my God. Oh, okay, exactly. It's okay. So she retweeted that. Oh Lord. Okay, let me move on. These people. Oh Lord. Okay, I have 3 more after this. Alright, throwback to Meghan discussing archetype in 2014. It's very fun. Like Harry said, I didn't finish with the caption, but it's very funny how Harry said the stars were aligned. Where when you see, I wish I had that audio of this particular thing here of Meghan in 2014. When you look at Harry and the Obama Foundation explaining some of his vision for the work that he's doing with the royal family, and then to come across this here, and there's Meghan explaining, well, I don't know what she's, I guess you could find it here. I'll click on it in a few because I'm curious to see what she said. It's like it was perfect match because they both have the same vision. And when you see Meghan doing some of the things, the charitable work as a side project, okay, because this is what she enjoyed doing, but the acting part was what pays the bill for her. So yeah. Let me finish with this. I'm gonna click on this. I don't know if it's a video or article. If it's an article, I'll leave the link in the description. Alright, so back to Meghan discussing archetype in 2014. Quote, what I love so much is how they create these female archetypes that aren't just the women behind the men. Most of these guys need these female characters to anchor them and sort of propel them forward. Wow, let's see here. Is that an article? Yeah, that's an article. Oh, so that's from the Daily Northwestern. How long is that? Okay, it's very short. I'll leave this. I'll read this on my own and you guys could read this because I'm almost an hour. Okay, the link will be in the description. Let's see here. This is incredible. It really shows how she's been talking and discussing things such as archetypes since 2014 and maybe even before. Okay, love Princess Meghan. She's amazing. Okay, yes, that is the purpose of a woman, as I explained here. There's that. There's that again. I don't want to go into it. Next tweet. Okay, let me just read what this person wrote. How in God's name did Meghan Markle get put in this group? She's not perfect, but a black woman standing up for herself and family doesn't qualify as being a narcissistic. Okay, more people calling it out. I don't know if it was the same person. Okay, maybe it's the same person. Could sound familiar. The caption. Next tweet. Okay, 3 years after leaving the UK, the Sussexes have, quote, a NAACP award, an Afghan Refugee Support Award, a Ripple of Hope Award, a People's Choice Award, a bestseller children's book, a bestseller biography, a #1 podcast, Netflix most viewed documentary, Sussex equals success. Okay, now do the accomplishment of the Cambridges, now the Wells for the last 3 years. A side-by-side comparison will be sure to draw the air of some. All right, I'm not interested in the leftover royals. That's Joe Diva. You forget to add INVICTUS and the Netherlands. All right, our faves are record breakers. All right, also there's that. That is true. I forgot about that. Okay, there's this, not to mention Archwell Foundation. Okay, so it's squad or adding. Okay, there's that, and there's an incredible amount of work to back up every one of these achievements. It's incredible what they've managed to do in a short period of time, because they no longer have to be less for someone else's ego. They can fly fully and freely. That's a very good way of putting it. Okay, that's a very excellent comment. They are destined to do great things in this world, looking forward to their global impact this coming year. Okay, and the royal family have adultery, sexual misconduct, and racism. God bless you, Harry and family. All right, there's this. After that, impressive, and that's why they're so bitter. They succeed without British taxpayers' corn. They've become employers and taxpayers. Okay, there's that. That is another very good point. There's that. All right, that's it. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. I read all of the comment. That's from the Bridgerton. Oh, I can't wait for the next season. All right, next tweet. In both the US and the UK, there seems to be a notable percentage of older population who are incandescent with rage that they can't say racist and hateful things out loud anymore without getting pushed back. Yeah, people had to put a stop to it in the US after that last one. He's in deep shit right now. I was watching something, well, part of it. Maybe tomorrow I'll finish watch it, because my husband is working tomorrow. Where they're saying they think Melania Trump might be in trouble because of the tax fraud that Trump is in, because when they filed their tax, she did it jointly. So she might be, I don't know, be blamed as well. Okay, it's unbelievable these folks actually think this type of behavior will be tolerated. What they're really afraid of is the loss of power. That's mainly what's behind their rage. Lord forbid they lose their white privilege. All right. Yesterday I was watching a video. It was too painful to share that video. I think it was in South Africa. There's this person who had some sort of either her work, I don't remember how she went to that particular resort in South Africa, and I think she brought either her cousins or her son, some young black kids. All right, these grown men start telling those kids to get out of there. It's for white people only. And one of them took the kid by the neck, jumped in the water with them. It was very painful to watch. Very painful to watch. I hope that those young boys get justice for this, because it's unacceptable. It really brings tears to my eyes, and I started thinking about my kids and all of this. It's very sad. The poison that these people, all this originated from the UK. All this originated from the UK. Spew vile, evil meaning, evil mind, evil action, evil thought to the rest of the world. It's very sad, very sad. Like I said in one of my videos, you have to cut it at the snake head. All right, it's unbelievable. These folks actually think this type of behavior will be tolerated. I think I read it, but let's finish. What they're really afraid of is the loss of power. That's mainly what's behind their rage. Lord forbid they lose their white privilege. pushback. I think that older Americans in both my region painfully lacking diversity in areas like the South, where white people or the minority often share their racism openly with little to no pushback at all. Yeah, I think I've seen this and I've heard of this in the South. All right, it isn't the older generation, it's the whole segment of the US population, all age, that have been exposed to misinformation through their churches and schools and different levels of government, local up to federal. It's not a phenomenon, it's a concerted effort plan. There are a whole lot of us at the age that hate what they are saying. They do not speak for all of us. Okay, see also Canada. Absolutely, it is past time. They felt the same feeling of the ones they spew that filth. Getting to that age, I resent them. Okay, here in Brazil too, unfortunately. Yeah, it's spreading. It's really, but we need to put a stop to it. It's one of those where you think it's really gonna spread completely. As soon as it's about to, they're gonna grab it. Someone is gonna snatch it. The pushback is gonna happen. It's many young people. I've seen videos where young white kids standing up for, either I think it was mixed race kids or something like that. So some of them are pushing back. They see the injustice going on. It's when they continue the nonsense that their great grandparents are spewing at them. It's when we start blaming them directly when they do the act themselves. All right, this is my last tweet. The way the Meghan says, quote, "That's your brother, that's your family," end quote, "give me all I need to know about how she feels about them. I don't like any of the rest in the royal family. I give Eugenie a slight pass." Okay, I think I made a comment on that. Okay, I let her back and seeing her run in the water with Archie. All right, I will let it slide. Okay, yeah, but she did that Christmas walk. All right, Meghan hate those people. Let's not say Meghan, we do not know. I don't want to speak for Meghan on this. She probably has her feeling, because hate is a very strong, you know what, let me leave it as that. I don't want to speak for her. Ever so slight pass. There was one I made a comment. Yep, that was that one. All right, yeah, but she did that Christmas walk. She's talking about Eugenie. All right, okay, I let her back in seeing her run in the water with Archie. All right, yeah, but she did that Christmas walk thing. All right, so this is me responding to her. She's talking about Eugenie. I think Eugenie they mentioned. Yep, there it is, Eugenie. All right, so there's me here. Still her family. I can understand her. She can't just drop them. LOL. Andrew is still her father. Imagine that. The only thing I'm afraid is if push comes to shove, she becomes an insider for the leftover royals. That's all. All right, so 17 people saw it. There's 2 likes. Nobody comment back on it. I think it's now I'm starting to see it where who saw your tweets and stuff like that. This, all right, this is 17 people who saw it, and only 2 people react to it, say they like it, and that's it. All right, so that's it. I see my notification. Okay, that's this I just read. Oh, what did I miss? Okay, there was something that was going on. Let me add this to the tweet. Alright, it started here. I love when the derangers break into the mainstream and get smacked. Political already deleted the promotional tweet. Okay, so it's almost like that article that I saw, where they put Meghan picture along with Donald Trump, Kanye, and that guy who did that crypto thing. There's Mavis asking, what did I miss? 7. Oh, this one. This is it. All right, not satisfied to sit on the sideline while the British media unleashed its racist scribe to attack Meghan Markle at Political, decided to throw this full racist stuff at Meghan Markle, liking her to racist, anti-Semitic, apartheid, and Nazi-loving thrives, grifters, and insurrectionists. All right, so they put Meghan as part of that. I mean, I don't know. This should be, I don't know if this should be like something of her character they're trying to do. I don't know. Something needs to be done about it, because she's not none of them. My God. And then to label her in that. But anyway, let's see here. I just read that. That's me here. They posted another one with just Elon Musk pic. All right, so people, I guess people in the US is complaining, so they remove it. Okay, at Politico, Joanna Weiss, another reporter chasing clickbait. Instead of writing about Duchess Meghan, talk about Prince Andrew and Epstein. You do know how to go after women of color. Be human, be kind, do better. All right, now it's time to remove article. Wow. Okay, well, it's still up on their homepage. I think they stand by this mess. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I don't know. That's a lack of judgment of character here. I don't know. I don't know. Not, I don't know if something needs to be done to give a heads up to those people who's writing nonsense about her. Maybe they need to show an example. Don't mess with us like here. Because I think, what I truly think, is the UK who's influencing some American people here. Because I'm hearing a lot of stuff in the US as well. You know, little hint that the same narrative that's going in the UK. Now they need to remove from Facebook and the site. Case Quieties, please calm down. Is a strategy after the Sandringham Church walk butt out of headpieces by a woman and a non-tabloid is a deflection. It doesn't matter, but don't mention her name and something that she's not part of. Okay, is there? Okay, it's there, and they made a new one with Elon face on the header. Article still there. Okay. Well, it depends what they say inside, but I don't know. I don't know. I think something needs to be done to give a heads up. Don't start smearing her name here, because she's trying to run away from these over there and then to bring it back here. I don't know. God knows what to do, because when one of them might slip up and then Harry and Meghan will act. All right, the same way they tried to take pictures of was it X17, that tabloid, and Harry went after them. Harry and Meghan went after them. All right, there will be a time where they slip up and then to put them on notice. All right, so let's do prayer. Let's do prayer for I'm saying prayer for let's put clear and better future. Oh, I can't even. Let's see here. Give me clear guidance in my life, Lord. As I submit myself to you, I know that you will direct my path, and I can have confidence that your direction is always the best way to go. Hear my prayer, Father, to Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Let's look for an image. Let's do this. All right, as the sun, you know, coming up or maybe going down, I don't know. Father, thank you for today, for all the ways in which I have known you, for the sunrise, yep, it was sunrise, for the sunrise and the bird song. I'm thinking of Archie and Harry, and Archie telling Mommy I got my foot dirty because of you, because he was with her. All right, let's start all over. These are the images that's coming in my head as I read each one of them. Father, thank you for today, for all the ways in which I have known you, for the sunrise and the bird song, for the music I've heard and the things I've enjoyed, for the meals and for the cozy home I live in, for my close family and for my special friends. Most of all, thank you for being beside me through each moment. May I dream good dreams and rise again tomorrow to thank you once more. Amen. All right, so this is a good one. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And those who have been with me since my 200 subscribers, thank you. And I upload that particular video when I pass that 200 subscriber. Where is it? That moving on up. Okay. Actually, it's gonna be live today. What time? At 10 a.m. All right, so I re-uploaded it. All right, thank you for your support. Whenever I have my issues, this is where my mind goes into, this particular video.
me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.